Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. I've got some exciting news for you guys. Myself and some other staff, board members, and veterans of Battleship New Jersey got the chance to travel to Newport News, Virginia to see the christening of the new New Jersey. Up until November 13th, the chunk of steel taking shape at Newport News Shipbuilding was just SSN 796. However, with her christening, she became the third USS New Jersey. Typically, christening would also involve a launching ceremony. Battleship New Jersey was christened and launched on the same day, December 7th, 1942. However, because the pandemic delayed construction of the submarine, they chose to christen her a couple of months earlier than they're ready to launch her. They didn't want to hold the ceremony in, say, the middle of January when it was going to be too cold. The facility is outdoors. So they wanted to have a nice ceremony in early November when the weather is still pretty nice in the Norfolk area in Virginia. And so that's what they did. I have never gotten to experience a ship's christening before, so for me, this was a special and unique event for me to get to be a part of. The new New Jersey is a Block 4 Virginia-class attack submarine. She is one of several Virginias that's being named after the older battleships, and many of the new Virginias are named after states. Boats like Hawaii, Montana, and Alaska don't have battleship namesakes, although there are older Navy ships named after them. However, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Iowa, a number of these other boats are not only named after museum battleships, but battleships that are still around today that you can tour. And so the new New Jersey's crew, which is only about a 6-hour drive from where the battleship is on display, can come up and see their namesake ship. And in many of our instances, because, say, Iowa, Missouri, New Jersey have been in commission on and off so much, they haven't had other ships named after them. So it's cool for two reasons. One, that this name is finally getting carried on. There have only been 3 USS New Jerseys. I barely have enough fingers to count all the Enterprises, and yet I can count the New Jerseys on one hand. So it's really awesome that this name is being carried on. It also means that the older battleships are never being brought back into service. The fact that these names have been passed on to newer ships means that there are absolutely no plans to bring the older ones back under any circumstances. Other interesting names for future Virginia submarines include Arizona and Oklahoma, names which have not been reused since those vessels were lost on December 7th, 1941. Arizona herself, the new one, is actually being constructed in the slipway right next to where the new USS New Jersey is going to be launched in a couple of months. Block 4 Virginia-class submarines are pretty cool. They add vertical launch tubes so that now attack submarines like New Jersey will have the capacity of boomers, or the ballistic missile attack submarines. For those of you not aware, boomers used to be named after states. They are the SSBNs. They carry nuclear weapons for deterrence, and a couple, about a decade ago, were converted to carry cruise missiles to do shore bombardment. So these ships have carried on the names of battleships, and now they're fulfilling the role of battleships in sinking enemy warships and providing shore bombardment with their cruise missiles. The new New Jersey is part of the first block of attack submarines that's going to have that capacity as well. She is the first submarine built from the keel up with a mixed-gender crew in mind. She will not only have the capacity of having female officers on board, but also female enlisted sailors as well. Battleship New Jersey never had a mixed-gender crew herself, although surface ships started to get mixed-gender crews at the end of the ship's service. The Navy decided it was going to be too expensive to go back and retrofit this ship with those features when she was only going to be around for a couple more years. And so they focused their efforts on ships then under construction and ships that had a lot of life left, like the nuclear carriers of the day. The main difference is that ships with female crews on board have separate berthing spaces for female officers, for female enlisted, and separate bathrooms for them, so they don't have to share those facilities with their male crew members. Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial is absolutely honored that our ship's namesake is being carried on, and we're excited to see the future of this vessel as she is launched and commissioned. We hope to remain a part of the New Jersey's story, and we have the ability to talk with some of the crew on board. So if any of you guys watching today have questions to ask the new crew members about what it's like to serve on that ship, what Virginia-class submarines are like, anything along those lines, feel free to leave us a comment down below. Perhaps in a future video, we'll be able to give you their responses. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. You can also support the museum by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find out about our channel. Thanks for watching.